Hi, mindful partners, and welcome to another episode of Mindfully with Sumishi. Rounding off the conversation last week, well, a solo chat last week when I asked if faith was a crutch, I did say that I was going to have an amazing conversation this week for you with someone, and the person that will be sitting on the other side of my mic is someone that you would want to listen to. What happens when you strip away the stories, the titles, and the headlines? Who remains at the core? In this deeply reflective two-part conversation, I sit with dear Coach Lara. Yes, Lara Kudayisi Don-Momoh, not just to revisit her journey, that is public knowledge, and if you know her, you know her story already, right? But to uncover the who, the woman beyond the experiences. This isn't the interview you've seen before, I can assure you that. This is Lara, raw, thoughtful, and unfiltered. And in part two, of course, the table's turn. She's been itching to ask me questions, and that will come on the second part of this conversation. But for now, I welcome you to the first part of this conversation with Lara Kudayisi Don-Momoh, a conversation like no other on Mindfully with Tumishi. Enjoy.
Agree.
Yeah,
That's really true.
really, yeah, totally agree.
I do.
What do you agree to? What are you agreeing to?
Curiosity and relationships.
Okay.
That's the part.
All right. So, guys, as you can see, we're not starting mindfully to machine. The way we started, all the time, use a bigger cup. And the person I said that in the last episode when I said, "Is faith a crutch?" When I asked that question, and it was a solo chat that I had someone, the person that was going to be sitting on the other side for this episode is a powerful person, and I don't even know how to say her name. My mouth is big, but I'll say. Welcome, Lara Kudayisi Don-Momoh.
Thank you. Oluwatomishi Oladapokoko.
Oh my goodness!
Thank you so much. I feel honored being here.
Okay, this is the second person using honor alongside my name. What you guys mean really when you say honor?
Yeah.
Because I don't see what you guys are saying.
Oh, Tomishi, you want to take me there? You want to take me there? So this harp always sing you.
Yeah.
You're just. Remember your birthday? Did you see it? I sent it to you afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
said I don't
yeah.
have the words.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you're just a bundle of awesomeness.
Oh. How sweet is that?
And that awesomeness is dark, deep, dirty. And
thank you for saying that. Dark, yes, dark, deep,
Yeah.
dirty. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a fair, very, very fair description of me. I sometimes I write to my friends who are used to my craziness. And I'll say, what would you write if I die? Or
that's the dark.
yeah, don't wait for me. Let me read it now.
Yeah.
Some of them are used to. Some of them just go like, But I have a couple of people that who would answer honestly, and I've gotten a couple of pushbacks when I talk about death as if, but I leave as if I'm dead anyways because that's the last bus stop.
Yeah.
For everyone.
So we're going dark this early. In the
No.
conversation.
You went there.
You took me there. You asked me. You asked me a question.
All right. So, I am going to stay away from all that everybody knows about Romolara, and we're just going to have a conversation. We're just going to have. I really, because I think that behind all of that story, people miss the person.
Yep.
People miss the person, and I would be honored if you can come unravel with this conversation. And the first question I'll be asking is, and remember, you can also ask me questions. I told you yesterday.
I have plenty of them.
I can imagine.
She is 18 plus. We can't say anything.
Oh yeah, she's fine. Oh, she's fine. She heard.
No, I'm even asking about the podcast.
Oh yeah, we can say anything. Yeah,
We can. That's good. That's very interesting.
So, when you think about the woman you were before your healing journey, and the woman you are today, what is the most surprising shift of your inner dialogue?
I know Tumiche asked the best questions. I never anticipated this.
Welcome.
Shift in the inner
Dialogue, yes.
I feel in charge now. It's surprising. It's shocking.
Why?
Because back then I used to feel like I had no say in life's events. My event, my life's event. It's shocking. It's surprising. Then I felt more like things have been decided for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Things have happened or happening, and like I have no choice. Yeah. So it's shocking. I like this conversation because I haven't thought this deep in a long time. It's shocking to see me making decisions now, being this boss lady and all of that. Because just not long ago, I was being like, oh, hey, okay, is this what we're doing now? Oh, you want me to do this? Oh, great. Oh, okay. And I think it was an identity crisis. And I am the firstborn, and I've never liked it. I always felt like I'm too fragile to be firstborn. I felt like I need guidance. I need somebody to hold my hand. So when I saw, I remember like a family friend of mine, my dad we just moved to a new place, and they brought two people. I just got like, my dad's new friend and his children, and the two older boys were, the boys were older than me. I grabbed to them with my life.
Oh yeah.
And some of the decisions I made then, the good and bad, were some of the advice that they gave me. So I don't know where it came from, but I never felt like I could actually do something right.
Be the driver in your life.
Yeah. I always felt like I needed advice, I needed guidance, I didn't think that I could. Oh my God, Tumiche, what are you doing to me?
I'm sorry. I'm a journalist and a coach, so.
Yeah, so I think that's the difference now. That's the shift now. It's like these days, I just decide and I follow the decision. So that's the shift. Back then, it was like, so what's going to happen today? Well, what am I going to do? Okay, I'll wait for this person to tell me what to do. Like, let me see where life will take me with this person or that person on this journey, this course, these subjects. School.
Yeah. I get that. That would lead me to asking the emotions or beliefs that you had to unlearn before the inner dialogue changed.
The greatest was that I'm not a second hand because I had a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the greatest, because that defined me for a long time. I felt like a used product.
Okay, so maybe you will ask the question. Maybe when you're asking me questions, but I don't think that anything that happened to me ever defined me.
That's why you are this person. That's why you are like this. That's why you are this.
I never truly, but what you're saying is making me think. I never truly went to that place where I'd say, why me? Never. What did I do? Though I would ask, what did I do to get me into this place?
Yeah.
I would ask that, but I never got to the point where I was, why me? Did I have identity issues? Yes, daddy issues and all that, but I truly and to be fair, I think that even with the craziness that had my dad, that self picture came from him. Funny enough, my father owned a ship. I owned, so I saw him own it, and yeah, maybe that's why.
Yeah, so I think my case was because my father told me that I was a used product.
Okay, guys, this conversation is gonna take a little. But these are two people on a healing journey. Let me put that out there first. These are two people on a healing journey, and for those who don't know, Lara and I come way from Jesus. It's over 20 years, and I've literally seen you grow. I've literally seen you, but I don't even want to go there because yeah. let's leave it. Let's think. So again, I'm going back to the beliefs.
So surreal,
Yeah, I know. I can literally feel the energy. Yeah. So when you were able to embrace that new belief that you were not secondhand good, how has that helped you on the journey of being a healer? I'm running away from the word coach because we have somehow bastardized the term.
I get it.
And I think you're more a healer than. Yes, she's still a coach. She's still your dear coach Lara. But how has that helped you? Hey there. Are you ready to start living mindfully and gain clarity in your life? I welcome you to Black Images. This is a lifestyle spa that works to cater to every facet of your daily living, aligning this to the purpose of nurturing health, harmony, and spiritual growth with experiential education in holistic living. How to be part of this community? Very simple. You can start with listening to Mindfully with Tumishe, the podcast. Check out Living Mindfully, a journey to being, a book that would help you to live mindfully and support your meditation practice. And join our Journey to Clarity package and work with our coach to identify thought patterns that sidetrack you and create solid action plans to empower you to get back on track. At Black Images, we're passionate about mental health awareness and supporting your journey to clarity and self-discovery. Join our community today and start living mindfully.
That has helped me see myself. Prior to that, I never used to believe that I was beautiful. I never used to think that. I never used to think I was enough.
Okay.
I felt like if you remembered me, then I wore a lot of colors.
very neon colors, actually.
Yeah.
Very neon colors.
See, when the term or trend of color blocking came,
King, it was like you are
I was
direct.
the color block. You know, it was to say, notice me. I'm here. I wore the shortest of skirts. I was the biggest of earrings, the biggest hair. I used to wear a lot of afro back then.
I remember.
Yeah.
I have some pictures of that.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, so now I can literally look at myself naked. You know, that's one of the most difficult things to do. Naked. I didn't used to like my body. But now I embrace my body. Like, yeah, it nursed children. See this tummy? You know, that's what digestive something happens. Like, I can talk to it, I can hold it, I can love it. And that has also helped me better in sex.
Okay.
We need to go there.
Well, yeah, we go there.
If we don't talk about that, are you real to me?
Yells and
You know.
yells and to me here, even when we don't talk about that.
You know, so
Yeah.
that as in you know, when you say I see me, when people say, oh, I see you, but I see
me. Yeah.
Like, I literally look at the mirror and see me.
How does that help you? You seeing you in identity school, for example. How does that help you help others? You seeing you.
Okay, so seeing me means that I've recognized all my nuances, my quirks, my craziness. So that makes me comfortable in my skin, which I was never in the past. Never. I always needed something extra. You know, so now that I can feel that, I can help other people say, oh, because you know how people be like, sorry, I'm a little, you know, we apologize a lot. You don't need that. Sorry, I'm just a little sorry, I'm just a little. We're trying to be polite, but no, don't apologize for being yourself.
You know why I rolled my eyes. Yeah. I don't know if I ever have been apologetic about Tumishe. I just live, and not because I'm trying to be dismissive of other people or what they think of me and all that. I just don't. Let me not say I just don't care. It doesn't matter. In the end, so let's talk about this identity thing for a bit. In the end, and I think that's where, for me, it was easy. People thought it was easy for me to just be. In the end, how I saw myself was much more important than anything. Yes, I had questions. Like, I had real big questions. For a long time, I didn't think I was beautiful. For the longest time, I would say, oh, just my eyes. I love my eyes. I love my hair. And I was quite blasé, dismissive of how I looked because I didn't, and I know why. I honestly know why. I don't know if I want to talk about it now, but I honestly know why I did not give attention to how I look. These days I'm doing more, but I'm so comfortable not being seen by others. But let's leave that. Again, like I said, I don't want us to do sob. I want to talk healing and the journey going on. Yeah. So my question then would be, if healing were a language, Lara, what words do you think people are missing in their vocabulary?
You don't do this to me now.
Okay. So let me put it this way. What word? What what do you think that someone who wants to start a healing journey should embrace the most? Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to my level. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Acceptance.
Ah. Yeah. We could stop this conversation here right now.
Yes.
And we've said everything.
Yes.
Why though?
Acceptance of events. Acceptance of self. Acceptance of what could be or could not be or whatever. Acceptance. Just because we get stuck in why me? Why did this have to happen to me? Or sometimes trying to change it in your head, you live in denial. It didn't happen. It wasn't that he loved me. He was just trying to. It was. Shush.
She said, "Nah, shush. Just accept it."
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, I'm going to just sit down. Are you ready for this next question?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Because of what you are doing.
Yeah. So, what part? And this, I hope that you'll be able to unravel, like really be vulnerable to share.
Okay.
What part of your story do you think people misunderstand the most?
So, a lot of the people these days that have known my story, they end at, oh, she got married. Like, that's a good thing, but that's not the whole thing. That's like a cherry on the cake. They misunderstand the cake. The fact that I went from craving attention, craving acceptance, craving belonging, to being comfortable in my skin by myself and being alone. I've never been alone. I didn't know how to be alone. I needed people. I needed things. So I couldn't stand it. It made me feel small, inadequate. I've never had this type of conversation before.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Not so.
It's like I can
even your EA is looking at me like, what are you doing to my boss?
I can literally feel my kidney. Like, is that deep?
You're welcome. I love you too.
Goodness. So I now to me, sometimes I have to always like, God, I'm here. Because now I can be. I can be alone. I can feel so much like crying. I can.
Free. I have tissue.
Yeah.
Please get me tissue.
I can.
Yeah.
I never could. So people don't know that. People just see, oh, she's married, now she's fulfilled, now she has children. It's not about that. Because
it's answering the why.
Yeah.
The greatest why question for you.
And even this me now has helped a lot in my marriage. Because before I aimed to please, even to displease myself. So that was why I took it out on that last guy. I feel like we're having a private conversation on the podcast.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah. So many people look at healing as an event. As an event. Hey, just jubond. But many people look at healing as an event. And because of what you just said now.
Yeah. Thank you.
They see it as something that happens just like you said, oh, she went through this.
Yeah.
And now she's married.
Yeah. Like they see it as, Johnny end. Nah.
is actually a continuous transformation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in the spirit of mindfully living mindfully, and my own, from my lens, how do you personally check in with yourself to know where you are with every phase, even now that you have come to this awareness, this acceptance? So how do you get to a point where you check in with yourself and say, okay? And let me tell you why I'm asking that question. A lot of people, and when I know you're going to ask, but a lot of people constantly ask me, how do you keep your head above water and all that, and how do I check on myself? If you look around, there's games here, there's paintings here. When the noise is too much, I know to step back and all that. So, and I know that as a person who is in the space that you and I are, healers and coaches and therapists and all of that, it can be daunting. So how do you check in with yourself when it becomes really loud?
Okay, so somebody still asked me this on Sunday. Every day I go in myself. 2 things I do regularly, or 3. Every day. I watch movies every day. Movies for me is escape.
Yeah.
1. 2, 4 a.m. That's when we talk. So me say, that's when I will see you. I will quickly ask you what I want to ask you.
Yeah, because I'm awake.
It's because you're weak.
Yeah.
So 4 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. every day is for me.
Oh, nice.
Without the phones. I think the phone starts from 5 a.m. So but 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. is for me. I just sit still and listen and check. Because there was a time when I started this healing journey, I went to the other extreme. I felt larger than life, bigger than God. Yeah. Because I was like, what? You can actually be drunk on knowledge.
Yeah.
Because knowledge is like a knife.
So I'm going to stop you there. Okay. You remember when we started this conversation, we're talking about curiosity. That was exactly what we were saying before we came on. We started the recording. Because when we forget to be curious, we probably will be like Paul. And I'm glad that Paul wrote there that I had seen 7 heavens. And he could boast about it. He could boast about it. Yeah. Let me not go. You know that if I start
Yeah.
Let's just stop that.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. As someone who helps people heal, what is the one thing people assume about you that is far from the truth?
That I don't cry or I don't have issues. I cry a lot.
Who thinks you don't cry?
No, a lot of people do. Maybe my staff members, for instance.
Yeah?
Because I'm the bossy guy in the office.
Oh. Sorry to bust you people's bubble.
People think
yeah,
I cry
really?
a lot. You know.
People think you don't cry?
Yeah. A lot of people think so. A lot of people think I am invincible. I kid you not. I'm not joking.
Okay, maybe I'm seeing you from my lens.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me be fair.
And then you've known me for such a long time. And then you see me as, such a young girl that is forming into...
Like I don't think I've ever seen you as... Really?
I'm just kidding.
So,
but, a lot of people come to know me as Coach Lara. And they see my... Let me tell you what everybody talks about. She's so bold.
Oh, yeah?
She has so much boldness. She doesn't care. Look at all the things she's saying. 14 heartbreaks, 15 abortions. Who says that? So they think that because of that, I am invincible.
Okay, can we be fair?
Yes.
Can we be open?
Okay.
So, I used to sing and then this is me coming from a place of a linguist. I was like, should Lara be saying that? And I used to have a huge problem with
it.
You. I never told you this, so I'm glad I'm saying it now.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what changed me.
Okay.
Last year, I'm sharing with my coach mentor, she's black. Her name is Franda, Coach Franda. I call her my mama. She stays in the, and I'm like, so we're talking NLP and all that, and I shared you with her. I didn't say what I was feeling, to be honest. She just said, "Oh, that's so powerful," and I'm like,
Really?
and she was like, to Missy. That's what she calls me. To Missy. That's so powerful. And if I know you because you're very conservative in language, that doesn't sit well with you, does it, baby? I'm like, yes, mama. It doesn't sit well with me. And she goes, baby girl, it's a story. Sit down and ask yourself why it triggers you. And I'm like, okay. And I did sit down, and when I sat down, she and I had a conversation over it, and she actually had to coach me through that. And we did sit down. It was not because I was ashamed or embarrassed for you or anything like that. It probably it leaned largely towards me not leaving the dark side of me loud.
I get that.
What we just said there is extremely cryptic, but
yeah. But we got it.
But we got it.
We got it.
We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
Forget about it. Sorry, apologies. You guys know I rarely share inside jokes here, but this particular one had to be shared. So that's that. I think I needed to settle that with myself, and when she said that, when she asked me the question, ask yourself why it triggers you, because I know you. To me, I know you. You are in no judgment, so it's not out of judgment.
Yes.
You're not judging her. You know. So the question is you. Why does it trigger you so much? And yeah. So you hold space for many people. Let's move
Come
through.
back.
You hold space for many people. Where do you go when you need space to be held for you? Like I said, this is about the person. We're not.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really do.
It's not about the story. It's about the person.
My mom.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Really.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
I go home and I called my mom. I said, "Mommy, I just want you."
Oh.
She was like, now Yoruba stuff.
Yeah. Go ahead. I would interrupt.
Yes, she was like, "Oh yeah, mommy, I need to call her shilling." I know she knows all the people I talk to. My sister is my very good friend. My best friend is in the US. Those are the people I call. But my mom, I realized recently that no matter how old the child gets to, you still need to be nurtured by your mom. You still need to suckle if she's the suckling type. Yeah. So I go to her. When my mom knows my, she when you say that's my mom, she knows me. So all these braggadocious, invisibility that people see outside, she knows I'm just a little girl. So yesterday I said, "Mommy, I need you." She was like, "Kudo shele." I'm like, I have to do a lot of things. I have to do this. I have to do that. And she's like, láti lẹ́yìn. To she ring go kekere o, like ọmọ ńlá ni ẹ. Okay, má worry. Ńlá yìí tó ti yàn láti kékeré ó máa gbé ni. And she went on, started praying for me, started telling me funny stuff, started talking about my dad. Like your dad was here, and I felt held. I felt held. So my mom or my family generally, like my sister is that, but my sister is 13 years younger than I am. And she can do what she can do. My best friend is in America. I've had a best friend. I don't know if you know her, but she's not really known to a lot of people. She's a very inside,
Yeah, I know this kind of people.
like, but she's been my best friend now for 23 or 4 years.
Nice.
So I knew her before I had Bolu. Yeah, so we had Bolu together. So those she also, if I call her, I'll send her a message like, if I just need to send her an emoji.
Yeah, and she'll understand what's going on.
She just gets it, and call me and all of those things. But largely the person that I think that can take a lot is my mom. So I have learned over the years to give people what they can handle.
Fair.
Do you understand?
Fair.
Not everybody can handle it. I realized that it's part of the things I realized. So even my husband, I go to him because my husband is a fit person. You got it in the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus, my wife, I'm not even trying to be funny. He would just lay his hand.
No, you're joking.
Mama for me.
No, you're joking.
That's how my husband is. You should bring him on this podcast.
I will. No, I'm shocked though. Really?
That's how. So, I think I need to talk.
Brother Teddy.
Yeah, I need to talk a little about this.
Yeah, please.
So, my husband, a lot of people don't know him.
Apparently.
Yeah. So, he's a broadcaster. He's a performer. I tell him all the time, you perform. Don't perform with me. So, if you were in my house just the other day when we're shooting. That's the performing Teddy. My husband will be, hey, how you doing? Oh my God, I love your hair. But in the name of Jesus, everything out.
I apologize on her behalf, bro, Teddy. I deeply apologize. It's not me that made that to say. She did.
So sometimes I feel like, I've had to learn how to get used to that. It used to bother me a lot. Like, let me I have a day. So I give him what he can handle. I give my sister what she can handle. I give my friend, I think my friend can handle almost all of it, a lot of it. And then my mom can handle everything.
Okay, just before we continue, this is going to be a 2-part conversation. So, because I don't want the conversation to be too long, and then we'll take a break and then. But to round off this first part of with everything that you know now, if you could whisper one sentence to 19-year-old Lara, Kiloma Sofu. I'm sorry I'm doing this to you, but I think you expected it. If I didn't do it, how would you know?
So I didn't. This is what I like to do. I don't overthink things. I like to be in the moment. If I overthink English, don't judge me.
Go ahead.
If I have overthought this thing,
this conversation,
and my conversations might be colored.
No,
so I just said no, it's too much. Whatever. I just so. But what would I tell Lara at 19?
I'm a king's daughter. Don't worry, I will translate for you.
Yesari kiti kata.
Stop running helter skelter.
Looking word.
Unu. Alright, yeah.
You're worthy.
You're worthy. How does that feel? You saying it out? Don't worry, the tissue is in front of you.
So this is what you do to people inside this small cubicle that but ladies and gentlemen, run away when Tumisha call you for interview. Wow. have always wanted to be accepted. It feels so good to be accepted by me and not caring what other people say or want or do. It is such a liberation for me. It's like when you carry so much weight. I did for such a long time.
That would lead me to ask you the hardest lesson about self-love outside acceptance. Outside acceptance, what was the hardest lesson you had to learn about self-love?
I think for me, I've always had body image issues. I don't know where it started from. Maybe after I had my daughter, I was never the right weight. Then I had so much issues with my breasts, my stomach. Yeah.
All of us are there actually, but it's fine.
For me, it's like my original self was taken away. That's how I felt.
I gotcha.
So that made me want to do other things to compensate for it.
Have you found balance now?
Now, I don't know if I'll call it balance, but when a lot of times, most of the times, I wake up and I feel good about where I am. So, I think balance is a myth.
How so?
Because Because sometimes because of what we have to do every day, you have to swing. So sometimes you swing more to this side based on an outside circumstance or an event or something that requires you to swing. Because naturally, so let me explain. I am a little girl who loves to be lazy.
Please don't make me laugh again.
Who likes to be goofy.
Yeah.
But a lot of times that's not who I am. Why? Because there are some demands life places on you. So I find time to be that little girl sometimes.
Okay, you just answered the question I wanted to ask. Because I was going to say, if we stripped every title, every story, everything.
I don't think these two people will remain the same.
Every past experience. But I think is a little girl. Who is Lara? Because that was the question I was the
I'm a lazy girl. Lazy to me, I was telling my husband, explaining it to him, and he couldn't get it. It's just
I want to be taken care of.
I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
But now I do 1 billion things. So to me, she helped me find the balance.
We'll talk about that off the mic. What's a question you wish people asked you but they never do?
What do you need? A lot of people think I have a lot.
Don't you? That's me being an agbayaba.
Yeah, a lot. What do you need? Sometimes, a lot of times it's not money. Sometimes it is, actually. That's why I have a mentor. I call him more like an uncle. You know, he knows that I can give. I don't want to brag, but millions. But there are times that he will just send me 10K. And I'll be so grateful. Because that's what I needed at the time. You know, and sometimes I just need somebody to say, just sleep. My husband does. You know.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just sleep. Like, you don't have to be or do anything.
Just be.
Just be.
And with that, we come to the end of the first part of this conversation. The second part is going to be her. She's going to whatever she wants to do with me. She's been wanting to do that all her life. So,
I like this battle.
So, yes. Mindfully to Michelle returns.
This is what your mommy does. This is what you people do. I live with that. Oh my goodness.
What do you mean by
so you experienced this? How do we're talking to you and be stripping you naked?
We open each other's ears.
Can you imagine this? Anyway, Mindfully Michelle returns next week. The second part of this conversation, I believe, is going to be fun. Okay. And then we're going to have some fun. Love yourself, love your neighbor, love your country. Above all of this, love God. He is the essence of your being. I am Oluwatumishi Oladakbo. Kuku, follow me on socials. And Lara Kudayisi Don-Momoh is going to strip me naked into next episode. On to next time.
This is Black Images Radio. Taking you forward in your roots.